In this video, I'm going to show you how to crochet the block stitch. For materials, I am using worsted weight yarn and I have a few colors here. You're going to need at least two, one for your main color and then at least one for your contrast color, but you can change your contrast color as many times as you like. I'm also using a 5mm hook. You'll need some scissors and a tapestry needle because we will be changing colors at every row. I'm using US terminology for this tutorial. Some stitches you might need to know ahead of time are how to do a chain stitch, a single crochet, and a double crochet. But if you need a little refresher, it's okay. I'll give you a little refresher on each one as we come across them in the pattern. Let's get started. Beginning with our main color here, we're going to start our foundation chain. We're going to chain out multiples of 3 plus 2. So when we're talking about multiples, that means any number times 3. So I'm going to take 6 times 3, which gives me 18, and then I'm going to add 2 onto that number, which gives me 20. So I'm going to just make a slip knot here and place it on the end of my hook. I'm going to go ahead and chain out 20. So just to save some time in this video, if you like, go ahead and pause and I'll meet you back here after your foundation chain is complete. Okay, my 20 chains are complete. It's time to start row 1. We're going to begin by placing a double crochet in the 5th chain from the hook. So not counting the loop that's on my hook, I'm going to count back 5 chains here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I just like to hold my thumb in place so I know which one I'm working into. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that chain, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to place double crochets in each of those chains all the way to the end. So I'll do a few more here with you. Yarn over, insert into the next chain, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do one more together here. Inserting into the next chain, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So continue to work double crochets in each chain to the end, and I'll meet you back here and show you how to finish out the row. All right, all of my stitches are finished for row 1. Now it's time to start row 2. But before we start row 2, we are not turning at the end of this row. We're actually going to join our new color at the beginning of this row. So to keep all of our stitches from unraveling, we're going to need to do a couple of things. You can either place a stitch marker in this loop to keep your stitches from unraveling, or you can just pull up a long loop, which is what I like to do here. And we're just going to kind of leave our main color here to kind of chill for a while. Now going to join with our second color. We're going to be working this second row in between the posts of the stitches that we just made. So we're not working into the top into those V stitches. We're actually going to be working in between the posts. So we need to join our color in between that first chain 3 here and our double crochet. So to join, I just like to make a little slip knot here. And then I insert my hook. I'm going to grab that slip knot and pull it down through. And then I just like to do a little yarn over and then grab that back tail and cinch it down really nice and tight. You can join your yarn however you prefer. So like I said, we're going to be working in between the posts. To begin, we're going to chain 1 and then single crochet back down in that space. To work a single crochet, going to insert, grab the yarn and pull it through, 2 loops on the hook, and yarn over and pull through those 2. Then I'm going to chain 2. I want these chains to be kind of loose. We're going to skip the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to place our next single crochet in between. So after that 3rd stitch, but before that 4th, we're going to place our next single crochet. So I'm inserting my hook in between those 2, yarn over and pull through, 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. I'm going to do that a few more times together here. Chain 2 to get over to your next stitch, skip 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then working in between again, single crochet, insert, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. Let's do that again one more time. Chain 2, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then work in between, making a single crochet, insert, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. So you're going to continue that pattern, chain 2, skip 3, and then work a single crochet between the 2 stitches until you get to the end. You should have 1 stitch remaining here on the end, and I'll show you how to finish out the row. Making my final chain 2 here, and I've come to those last 4 stitches. So once again, I'm going to skip 3, a single crochet, leaving that 1 stitch out here on the end. All right, so now we're done with this color. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Remember I said we're going to be doing a lot of color changes for this. I cut leaving a tail to weave in later. I'm going to organize my strands here. And I just like to yarn over with that color and pull through to secure it. All right, and now we're ready for row 3. For row 3, we're going to join our main color again here. We're going to turn our work this time. We're going to chain 3. This counts as a double crochet. We're going to be working in each of those chain 2 spaces that we just made. So we're not placing any stitches into the top. We're just working in the chain 2 spaces. We're going to place 3 double crochets in each of those chain 2 spaces. Now, if you like, you can go over the top of your strand from the previous row, or you can weave it in. It's entirely up to you. So I'm going to place 3 double crochets in that chain 2 space here. And 3. Then I'm not working in the top of this single crochet. I'm just skipping completely over it and working in that next chain 2 space, 3 double crochets. Okay, then I'm coming to my next one, 3 double crochets. So continue to work 3 double crochets in each of these chain 2 spaces. When you get to your last one, I'll meet you back here and show you how to finish out the row. All right, I have my last 3 double crochets in that final chain 2 space. So all we have left here on the end of this row is this single crochet from the row below, and then we have the turning chain with the main color 2 rows below. So I'm just going to make a double crochet in the top of that turning chain here. Now that we're at the end of our main color row, I'm just going to pull up that long stitch or place your stitch marker, and we're going to go back to the beginning of this row for our next row. For the rest of this pattern, we're just going to repeat rows 2 and 3. So our even number rows are where we're going to add in those little pops of color and do the single crochet chain 2s across. And then our odd number rows are where we're going to use the main color and have those bigger blocks here. So let's attach our next row here. Just working back in between those first 2 stitches here. So I have my turning chain, in my first double, inserting right above where we did our last color change. All right, so I'm secured my yarn here. I'm going to chain up 1 single crochet, chain 2, and then skip the next 3. This row should be a little easier because you can see where you worked in between for the last row of color change here. So I'm going to continue to work a few more rows, going back and forth between rows 2 and 3. And I'll show you what this swatch looks like after a few more rows. Here is our swatch after a few more rows. Now, as an alternative to changing the colors on the single crochet rows, you could leave the single crochet rows all the same color and change colors on your larger blocks. You will have to cut the yarn and weave in your ends after each one of those row changes. You could also change colors on every single row if you wanted to make it look really scrappy and colorful. Another thing that you can do if you have yarn that has some different textures in it, like if you have some fuzzy yarn or some eyelash yarn, you could use that in between. So not only are you adding pops of color, but you're adding pops of texture too. It's just a great way for you to use up some yarn and your imagination. This stitch is mostly reversible, kind of looks the same on both the front and the back. So it's really great for blankets and scarves as projects. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with all of your crochet crafty friends. Also be sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials.